So we are back in Louisville. We are on our City Edition court wearing our cool Army Green City Edition jerseys, and we are ready to take on the Utah Jazz. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 5 of the Louisville Badgers. And you see how we match up against these guys. Not bad. Not bad. We got Danny Green. He'll be shadowing Donovan Mitchell the whole time. Down low, I put Jaren Jackson on Rudy Gobert, so we're gonna wing it from there and see how it goes. I think that we match up well against this team, though. This is one that is a pretty fair fight here, I would say. They've got awesome talent. You guys can see that 15-4. I highlighted that because we seem to be down 15-4 in every single game we've played so far. At some point in the first quarter, we were down 15-4 by 11 points, and we came back to make it interesting in the first 2 games that we played, and this game would be no exception. Our guys continue to battle no matter what. We do come back and make it pretty interesting. You see Danny Green. He just pulls up and just drills it, man. He's such a motivating factor for this team. But I just wanted to talk about a few things while we watch this game play out. First of all, I wanted to get you guys' opinion on quite a few things. Number one, I want to see what you guys think about the Anthony Davis situation, right? So I already turned his loyalty down a lot because of the fact that I know he doesn't want to stay in New Orleans. So I turned his loyalty like all the way down. To see what that does and how 2K handles that. However, I wondered if you guys think, just because of the situation and because of the fact that he's one of the best players in the league and he's requesting a trade, should I, put together some sort of package and let you guys vote on it for a couple of different teams, including the Lakers, including the Celtics, and a few other teams that may kind of be jockeying for position to get Anthony Davis. And see, what you guys vote on, or should I just leave it and let the, 2K universe do what it does with Anthony Davis with his loyalty all the way down? You guys let me know what you think about that, because I think it's pretty much a no-brainer that in real life he's going to be a part of a different team next season, without a doubt. So I just wondered, do you guys think that we should do the same thing in our world? So anyway, you see this game has been very close throughout. There's been several lead changes already. And you see Jaren Jackson just doing his thing as per usual. Yeah, man, I can't say enough how glad I am that we drafted him despite the awesome draft picks that were available. But real quick, you see the halftime stats. We're up by 3, doing really well from the field, 62%. We're outplaying them in every category except for steals. That seems to be the one category that we kind of, can't beat other teams in. Jaren Jackson, 21 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist, so not bad in the first half. We started off a little slow here, but it was a very close game here going into the third quarter, as Jaren Jackson with the green light. Jaren Jackson just got such an awesome stroke from the outside, man. He's just, I've said it before, but he is so fun to play with. Really, really love playing with that guy. You see nice defense there by Alex Len, and then the break. Fans look to be pretty pumped up about that. You see we going on a little run here midway through the third quarter. One thing I will say about this particular unit that we put together here, man, is that they are pretty resilient. There's times where we're down, by sometimes pretty wide margins, and just continue to battle back. I mean, it's easy to lose momentum and start missing shots, and trying to play hero ball when you're down, but this team plays very well together. But anyway, back to some comments. There was a few recommendations that I actually had too. Number one, changes to the uniform. A couple people commented about that. First off, we had somebody recommend something that I'm almost certainly going to do, which is to add something other than Louisville to the City Edition jerseys, right? So like it says Louisville on the jersey. However, there's a lot of teams like Detroit says Motor City, Portland says Rip City, Golden State says the Bay. So there's a lot of teams with, stuff like that. And so what I was thinking is that Kentucky is obviously known for horse racing. And I was thinking about maybe putting Derby Town on the jerseys, but I wanted to see what you guys think about that. Jaren Jackson with amazing block to force the shot clock violation. But yeah, I wanted to see what you guys thought about that, and B, if you guys have a different idea for what we could, put on the jerseys, I am all ears. So please give me your recommendations. Tell me what you think about Derbytown, and I will absolutely consider any recommendations that you guys give me. But you guys can see as we come down the stretch here, we got a nice, comfortable 9-point lead. And look at this, Donovan Mitchell, 14 points in the first half, 0 up to this point in the second half. So that has been the difference. We have been able to lock him down. Like I said earlier, we ended up going with the quote-unquote Jordan rules for him. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know what the Jordan rules are, it was created by Isaiah Thomas and the Bad Boy Pistons back in the day. But basically what they did was they forced Michael Jordan to make uncomfortable shots. They were very physical with him. Just anytime he would try to drive, they were making him pay for it, punishing him, and just trying to get him out of his element, get him out of his zone. And it seems like, at least here in the second half, we have done that with Mitchell. As you see, Osman hitting a big three there to kind of give us an even more comfortable lead. Jaren Jackson just getting inside, and listen to what our fans do when Jaren Jackson comes up to the free throw line. I'm just going to let you listen to this. So I found that to be awesome. I thought that was really cool. And you see, as we come down the stretch here, we've got the 10-point lead. They come back down the court, trying to, at least make it look a little bit better in the box score, but they will not be able to do that. And we end the game here in Louisville with a 102-92 victory. So our first win of the season in games that we've actually played, still on the Superstar difficulty, so the games are pretty hard for me right now, but we were able to pull this one out with Jaren Jackson just really coming up big in this one, as he has done so many times this season for us already. And I also wanted to talk about the fact that I got a little surprise for you guys at the end of this video, so stick around to the end of the video. So anyway, yeah, it looks like our game plan worked, trying to take Donovan Mitchell out of the game as much as possible, and we were able to take care of business against the Jazz. And so now, on to simulating some games. Alright, so once again, here you have it. We've got our 102-92 victory over the Utah Jazz. It's a game that was pretty close up until that fourth quarter, where we just kind of ran away with it. But just a good game all the way around. Jaren Jackson just blew up in this one. 34, 8, 1, 1, 2. 14 of 18 from the field and 4 of 5 from 3. He was just an animal in this game. But yeah, just a good team effort. Other than that, I mean, all the other guys just kind of, did their part, played their role, and it was a very good game. And of course, we had our lucky City Edition jerseys, and we got that nice 10-point victory. But here we sit at the trade deadline. We are gonna take a quick look. I don't think we're gonna make any trades. I don't think there's any trades we really have to make. However, I do want to show you guys. I don't think I even showed you guys this yet, so you have to forgive me. But this is our staff. But the important part here is the head coach and the assistant coach. Okay, so I put Fred Hoiberg on a 3-year contract. He's got good potential. So this is a guy that understands that in the first 2 years it's going to be kind of a rebuilding thing. In the third year, it's probably still going to be on that same track, but that's going to be kind of the prove it year. That's going to be the year where I decide whether or not we're going to keep him around long term or look elsewhere for our coach of the future. Because that's the year that I think we should be putting it all together on the court and starting to really look like a good unit and a good team out on the floor, and really challenge some of the better teams in the league. Or at least that'll be the beginning of it, in that third year. So Hoiberg and Chris Gent, who also has good potential, they're going to have their work cut out for them, like I said, in the first couple years, but they're at least going to have an opportunity from me to be able to stick around if they really do make good things happen, moving forward, and if they really show us that they deserve to be here. So like I said, I really don't know that there's any trades that we need to make. There's a couple things I do want to try out with the lineup. So we are going to have a little bit of a different lineup coming out of the trade deadline, but let's just take a quick look here. You know, we really don't have any areas of need. Let's take a look at some of the contracts. Danny Green's at the end of his contract. However, I don't think he's really going to be expecting a whole lot. And he's a guy that I do like the idea of keeping around, you know, as a veteran presence. You know, 3-and-D guy, just a kind of perfect for this team right now, and a perfect guy to mentor Bryn Forbes. Yeah, I really can't think of who we would want to trade. Let's see. Let's take a look at one thing real fast. All right, so Rashawn Holmes is going to be expecting the most. Yeah, see, like, Danny Green's expecting less than half of what he's being paid right now to re-sign with us, and he's willing to re-sign with us. So, yeah, there's really no reason to trade him. However, now that I'm looking at it, let's see if maybe, I don't know. Let's throw Rashawn Holmes out there. Let's dangle him just in case. I mean, we probably won't trade him unless I see something that I really like. And so far, I don't. Let's see here. Stauskas, Baines, Zubat. Wait a sec. Ivica Zubats, huh? Huh. For Holmes and our 2022 second rounder. That is appealing to me. Huh. Let's just take a quick look through the rest of them real fast. But Ivica Zubats, man. Yeah, man, this is actually intriguing to me. Let's see how he's doing. Oh, wow. 13, 8, a block per game, shooting 56, almost 57% from the field. 87% from the free throw line, and he's playing only 25 minutes a game. Yeah, man, this and I really like him a lot too, man. 7'1", 21 years old, just a ton of talent in my opinion. He's probably got a really good, pretty good potential as well. Yeah, he's a B potential. He can rebound his behind off. He's a decent defender in the post. I mean, Holmes isn't putting up bad numbers either, but the thing is, I see Zubats being like a guy that we could keep around, and I'm not saying maybe I'm not exactly saying he's our starter of the future, but he could come off the bench for us and be a very, very solid contributor and a very solid role player in the future. I think I want to do this. I wasn't planning on making any trades here, but I really think I want to do this trade. I really wish I could get you guys' opinion on this and wait, but the problem is that we're going to be simming past the trade deadline today. Man, you know what? We're going to do it. We're just going to do it. Let's just do it. Boom. There we go. So now let's go over to our game plan and change some things around. So Danny Green looks to be a little fatigued already, and honestly, we were already talking about trying out Bryn Forbes in the starting spot, seeing how he can do, and seeing how things go for Danny Green coming off the bench. I have a hunch it'll go well, but Zubats, man, is going to be our new starter. We're going to start him. See, Len is not having himself a bad year either, but yeah, we're going to go Zubats, man. We're going to start Zubats and see how things go. So there you have it. We made a little bit of noise here at the trade deadline where we didn't really expect to. However, coming out of the trade deadline, we're going to have a little bit of a new look lineup. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to see how this goes. And part of the reason I wanted to show you our coaching staff and the fact that we have Fred Hoiberg is because I also wanted to show you the way I'm running this, the coaching scheme. So here you have it. So yeah, this is our scheme here. Our coaching profile. We have our first scoring option as Jaren Jackson. Our second was Danny Green, but we're going to change that now to Bryn Forbes. And see how that goes. Our offensive focus is to play through Jaren Jackson Jr. And that's because I just want him to get the most experience he could possibly get on the court, and he is our best player. We're playing at an average tempo, and yeah, you guys can see, you know, how I put together some of these settings here, some of our points of emphasis. All right, yeah, man. So I'm happy with the way this lineup is looking right now. Let's go ahead and simulate some of these games and see how things go. Our next game is against the Boston Celtics. Real quick before we start simulating, what is the next game that we want to play? I think we're going to play one or two more before the season's out. Probably two. I'd say two more because we're not going to be making it to the playoffs or anything. So it can't hurt to play two more games. We'll play against the 76ers because I want a little bit of a challenge. I want to see how we can do against a really good team like that. So we're going to play the 76ers next, and then the Clippers at the end of the year. Yeah, so that's how we'll round things out. But for now, let's simulate through. And we lost to the Celtics. Okay. Let's go to this Hornets game. We lost to the Hornets. All right, so we are getting back to our losing ways here. Myers Leonard sprained his left knee. All right, so let's go in and manually adjust this. So we're going to bring up DJ Wilson for the next couple of weeks in light of the fact that Myers Leonard is out. And we're going to get him some playing time. Off the bench. All right, now we got the lineups the way we want them, at least for the time being, while Myers Leonard is out. And we'll see how DJ Wilson does in his absence. Game against the Rockets. We beat the Rockets. Wow, so we're losing to teams like the Bulls. And then we're beating teams like the Rockets. They were 43-13 coming into this game. And Jaren Jackson drops 37 on them. Wow. Zubats with 20. Man, so that is working out. That is really working out. The Rockets. So Chris Paul with 27, Harden with 25, Capella with a monstrous double-double. Yeah, man. It looks like it just came down to that fourth quarter. It was tied going into the fourth, and then we just won the quarter. And so yeah, that's a pretty cool win for us against the team with the best record in the league. Now we got the Sixers. We lost to them, miserably. Man, lost by 41. Just to get a little preview of what's to come. Embiid, Butler, Simmons. Yeah, yep, exactly what we pretty much expected would be the case. And now the All-Star break. I don't think we're gonna participate in this at all because we don't have anybody in the All-Star. Let's see. Dunk contest, Dennis Smith, Marquise Chris, John Collins, and Jason Tatum. The three-point contest, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, James Harden, Kyrie, Klay Thompson, and Kemba Walker. And then the Rising Stars game, we actually do have Jaren Jackson. I think he's starting at one of the forward positions, actually. Is he? Is he going to be starting alongside of John Collins? Along with Sexton, Smith Jr., and Ayton? Is that how that's going to go? The world team. Oh, yeah, and then we've got Osman on the world team. So let's see real quick here. Okay, so Osman is actually starting for the world team But it looks like Jaren Jackson will be coming off of the bench for the USA team. So, no big deal. Still a really cool thing that we've got those guys in those games. I don't think we're going to play it. We're not going to play that game, but it is cool to see that those guys are in it. Let's simcast it, though. We will simcast it. Let's just see how things go here. Let's take a look here. Ayton with 25. Jaren Jackson played 22 minutes and scored 20 points. Not bad at all. Had a double-double. So he's representing us very well. Very proud of him. He's the third leading scorer on the team. Gilgeous-Alexander, who I'm actually a pretty big fan of. He did pretty well. And so let's go see how our boy Osman did. TJ Leaf. Okay. Osman, 27 minutes, 12, 3, 1 steal, and 1 block. He actually played more minutes than anyone else. So, yeah, not a bad game. 3 points. So, Steph Curry won the 3-point, and Marquise Chris won the dunk contest. Wow, nice. But let's take a look at... So, yeah, Team Kyrie lost to Team LeBron. Let's take a quick look at the box score here. Harden did very well. Giannis did actually participate in this game, so he must be back to healthy, which is a very good sign. I know he was day-to-day last time I checked. Team LeBron, Steph Curry showing up big. LeBron with a double-double. So let's simulate through the rest of the All-Star break. Myers Leonard is back and fully healed. We're going to leave the rotation as it is at this point. Alright, so let's keep on simulating. We beat the Celtics, man, 151 to 136. Wow. Forbes doing a really good job, man. Kind of liking him in the starting lineup and having Danny Green coming off the bench, because Danny Green is looking like he's still getting his. Zubats with another double-double. Jaren Jackson still doing very well. This is a back-to-back, so this is probably going to be a bad blowout. Yep, we lose. Lost to the Pacers. Lost to the Nets. Contract extension deadline. Yeah, let's stop simulating here. Alright, so let's go to our contract extensions here. Zubats undecided as to whether or not he wants to come back. Augustine still got 2 years. Danny Green. So let's negotiate with Danny Green here to keep him around for a little longer. Alright, so he accepted our offer. And so Danny Green will stick around. And we don't have to re-sign either one of these guys yet. So we will leave things as they are now. We got Danny Green, though, coming back for at least another year. And then we have an option to keep him for a second year after that. So pretty good contract there. So the Nuggets game, we end up winning. Lost to the Pelicans. Back-to-back. All right, so Osman is going to be out 2 to 4 weeks. He's injured. So we're going to have to take his minutes. All right, so back-to-back games. This one is actually nationally televised. So whoever commented about them not showing up right away, you were absolutely correct. Because I did not see this one before. And we beat the Knicks, despite the fact that we were on a back-to-back. All right, so the Sixers game, we lost. Close game, though. The Bucks game, which I believe they have Giannis back now. And wow, we beat them again. What is going on? He was back, but did not do well at all. 2 for 12 from the field. All right, so next up is the Clippers. All right, so we beat them. The Rockets again. We lose to them this time. The Sixers again. Lost to the Sixers. Pacers, another loss. Pistons beat us by 20. And then we've got a couple days off here, and then we are playing the Heat, who, wow, beat us pretty bad by 34. And then the last game before we play the Sixers is a loss to OKC. All right, so it looks like Osman will be back for the game against the Sixers. So let's go in and We'll have him come off the bench, though. We'll have him come off the bench for his first game back, and we will leave Karuch in the starting lineup. And real quick, I think we'll also send DJ Wilson back to the G League so he can get his playing time. All right, so we made it to the Sixers game, which we will be playing. It's going to be a tough matchup for us, especially with this lineup that they have. It is definitely going to be by far our biggest challenge of the season as far as games that we are playing. But I do at least, want to see how our guys do against a stacked lineup like this, and if we can, at least make it interesting and stay close. And I expect that we will. I really do. So we'll be playing that game in next episode. However, before we end this one, like I said earlier, I got a little bit of a surprise for you guys. So I have created your hashtag add players. The first 23 that I received submissions for, I believe, are created. So of those 23, some of them will be in the 2019 class, and some will be in the 2020 class. But without further ado, here is the hashtag add player created players that you guys submitted, and I really hope that you guys like them.